And here we go. Welcome everybody on YouTube and everybody around the world. We've got
Muted.
Oh, sorry about that. I was muted too. Welcome everybody. We have Australia in the house, the UK in the house, a lot of Florida, Pennsylvania, the middle of the country, and welcome everybody out there on YouTube, wherever you are. Today is about this cool product, the Food Freshness Card. And how cool is it? It is amazing. And you're going to find out why. So, Arj, why don't we share your screen and see what we got?
Let's see.
What do we have? Oh, we have this pretty picture of the beach. You know, I'm back in New Hampshire, but last week I was with my buddy, Dr. Joe, and we saw beaches just like this. I don't see these beaches now. I have cold. I'm looking at snow, but you know, you got to love the beach. This is our Saturday live event. Nature's Frequencies. We're back. I'm done with tennis. I'm done with Florida for now. So you're going to see us every Saturday. And just so you know, next Saturday is Dr. Janine. We're going to talk all about the current situations with EMF. Then we're going to grab my buddy, Dr. Joe, one of these weeks, and we're going to have Dr. Joe to tell us the latest, greatest about everything going on. So next, what do we have, Arj?
We got some good stuff.
We've won 14 major industry awards, which is really pretty cool. We've won the Gold Medal Edison Award, the best food safety solution from United Fresh 3 years in a row. No one's ever won it twice. We won it 3 times, and that's pretty amazing. We hold 6 U.S. patents, and one of them is actually called the Food Freshness Card, which is very cool. We've been on Fox News, Fox Business Live. RJ was live, and we've been in USA Today. Bingo. Next.
Woo!
All right. We are 10 years. How about that? You know,
we're getting up to 11.
That's amazing. Wow. It just seems like the other day. But we've been doing this for 10 years. And, you know, what's funny is I explain our patents to people. And I'm like, you know, we started these like 10, 11 years ago. And, you know, we're like so far ahead of the curve. How can you stop, you know, food from going bad with a card? Imagine that. It's got, people are like, well, there's no battery. There's no gas. There's no, you're gassing it. No, we can do it with frequencies, and we're really good at that. And we've been doing it for 10 years. All right. What do you got next, Arj?
We got today's topic.
The topic is the Food Freshness Card. Why do you eat food? Energy. The more energy you eat, the better it is. And, you know, this is really sad. 1/3 of the food produced for human consumption is lost, gone to waste. 1.3 billion tons a year go to waste because it goes bad. That's enough to feed the US 10 times over. We're trying to stop that, and we're doing a pretty good job. Average family throws away about $2,000 a year in food. Food Freshness Card. RJ, how much is it? $75?
$85.
$85. $85, $2,000. Sounds like a good deal to me. You know, there we go.
The math is there. The math is there.
The math is there, right? I got to tell you, before the Food Freshness Card came out, my wife is really healthy. She eats organic, and you know, the everything has a good for you state, like the yogurt and stuff. And leftovers kind of get slimy after a while. Put the Food Freshness Card in your fridge. You're going to be amazed. All right. You'll absolutely be amazed. It makes everything last longer and taste better. You know, I think you can actually feel the taste, hear the taste, you know, hear the taste now, but you can feel the taste. It's better. Your screen's going everywhere.
Yeah,
anyways, it is a very cool product. It holds 3 patents, and, flip it. What do we got next?
Okay. How we can help. This was an old article.
You know, this is pretty cool. And why it's relevant is we've helped save over 1 million tons of food waste going to landfills. We're coming up to 2 million tons. We've shipped this product all over the world, and we have been saving waste. And we are proud to say we're coming up to saving the planet 2 million tons of food from going to landfills. That's really important.
This is the article from Market Watch too.
We like that. We like that.
And this is the actual number we're at right now.
Hey, pretty soon we're going to hit the big 2 million with everyone's help out there. Tell your friends, get them for your friends, give them to your kids, give them to your family. It helps. I just left one at a friend's house down in Florida. I just gave another buddy, my tennis buddy, one. I said, just stick it in your fridge. You'll be amazed. You know, they work. Flip it.
Okay, this is just a funny picture. Sometimes potatoes grow spuds.
Sometimes if you take a food freshness card and stick it in a bag of potatoes in your pantry, watch what happens. You're going to be amazed. It will grow, and it will grow spuds. It will try to live. And that's exactly what these things did. The energy coming off the card and the potatoes getting the frequency of the earth. So it thinks it's connected. It's going to grow. So potatoes, onions, notorious. If you have like a bag of potatoes and put it on a food freshness card, in a couple of weeks, it's going to look like this. And you'll be like, wow, you know, why did that happen? Because they want to live. And, you know, just because it's not connected to the earth, it's getting the frequency from the earth. So that's really pretty cool. Yeah,
Right.
1 month potatoes.
Now, what does
What
science
is
say?
the science saying? I don't know. Tell us. Oh, bovine. Let's hear from the bovine testing.
The bovine value is a measurement of the life energy, of the vital force in products and in people. And it's called after a physician in France. He was between the First and the Second World War responsible for the quality of the food of the French soldiers. And he was an expert in doing radiesthesia, just measuring the bovine value. And for every fruit and vegetables, he knew after 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 days what the vitality, the bovine value of the vegetables were. So when a bunch of fruit was delivered at the military, he could easily measure the vitality, and then he knew, it is okay for another week, for another 2 weeks. So it was a quality test for how fresh and how vital the vegetables are.
So now let's go to the food freshness card. You tested that. How did you test it?
Well, exactly the same way, just running water over it. And this card is 2 times bigger than the earthing card. But I was really amazed. 73,800 bovine value just by pouring water over it.
That's a 400% increase. Now, if this was near food, what do you think it would do to our food? Because first of all, let's start with water. We are 60 to 70% water. Nobody fights that. Fruit, vegetables, high percentage of water. Water picks up everything. Water's a great substrate. So if the food freshness card was near some food, what do you think the food would be for your body?
Well, much more healthier, because it's not only the vitality which increases, but the negative information decreases too. So the vegetable is purified by the food freshness card. So I started the new test already. The test of a jar of 1 liter water, put on the freshness card and on the earthing card. And I will show you results.
You've been testing. I love it.
We're testing. This is the water we start with.
Yeah.
These are the results of the test we just spoke to each other about.
Yeah.
And here you see the test was 24 hours, 1 liter. And you see, this was already amazing. I can't read it now from behind, but see how it's almost 100,000.
Yes.
On the earthing card, and that's almost 150,000 for the freshness card.
Wow.
And this is really good, because I performed quite a lot of tests for people who said who had energy boards, but they never come higher than 90,000 bovine.
That's amazing. And you did that within a week.
And now in one day, in 24 hours.
So we're doing good.
Yes, you can say really that you are doing good, yes.
All right, so we'll go back.
While that's up, Arj, leave that up.
There we go.
Couple things. he tests, that's Frank out of Amsterdam. And he got our card, he tested it, he was amazed at the results, but he let it run for 1 day. And these are huge. He tests water supplies for cities and stuff, and big companies that come to say that we can energize water with energy boards and stuff that spend like millions of dollars. And they can't get to 90,000. That's their goal in the bovi. 1 day on the card, 147,000 bovi. And he goes, that was only 1 day, which is amazing. But the other thing he said is take a look at number 5. The negative information in the water got cut in half. Electromagnetic load went down 30%. These are all going in the right direction. So when you're drinking water that's been on the food freshness card, it makes life beautiful because your water is got energized, it's got less EMF. And these are things that, like, you know, people buy water purifiers and that takes out the debris. It doesn't energize the water and it doesn't take out the EMF in the water. And, you know, now that people are putting up 5G towers on everything, my water tower in my town is covered in 5G. Now, do you think that's making the water better or worse? It's making it worse. The only good news is I live in a mountain and I have a 900-foot well, so my water comes from the earth. So, but the rest of the people in my town have to drink water that has a 5G tower all over it. So anyways, to make a good story, energy is good. So we love the energy. So Arch, what's next? You are muted, but what is next?
Oh, now I'm unmuted.
Unmute.
Here we go. This is a neat video.
Oh, this is like my favorite time lapse. This is done in a lab, time lapse photography. Hit play and
Well, and also, you know, most companies / all companies, nobody timestamps anything. All of our videos, all of our testing is timestamped in the lower right-hand corner.
right.
So
It's
like
pretty funny. Just so you know, somebody showed a time lapse of strawberries and they told us it was 3 days. And the mold on the strawberry on the second and third day was insane. Like, and there's no timestamp because mold can't even grow that fast in an oven, like in you know, the best condition. So RJ and I, the lab timestamps all these in the bottom right. If we show a test, it came from a lab, the lab timestamped it. So you can see it. So this is a 40-day test with tomatoes. How many people can have like tomatoes last for 40 days? So hit play and watch the bottom left tomato, that one right there.
And keep in mind, these are tomatoes from the same vine. Just
These are vine ripe tomatoes, and here we go. So test started.
Yep.
Day 1. Day 10, the mold in the bottom right. Day 20, bottom right, not looking good. Bottom left, right there. Okay. Remember how the
With a timestamp.
with the timestamp, how many? Well, yes. Anyways, bottom left, tomato, try to grow and live because it's getting the frequency of the earth. That tomato thinks it's alive, doesn't know it's disconnected. The ones on the right, you can see they're all mold projects, but the ones on the left, all edible. That's why we can save 2 million tons from going to waste. The ones on the right, you got to throw away. There's no way I'm even cutting a piece off of that and eating it. All right. The ones on the left, every single one you can still eat 40 days later. That's amazing. Yes, that's the food freshness card. You can see the card right under it. What else do we have?
This is my other favorite video.
Is it bread?
The breads.
All right. This is the same loaf for bread. All they did was put it in 2 Ziploc bags. Half of it went in one bag. The other half went in the other bag. Hit play. And this one is just really crazy. You know, everybody gets bread and let it play.
Here we go. Wait.
There we go. That's a month. 2 months. There we go. Bread's going 3 months. Forget it. 4 months. You don't want to go near it. 5 months. Don't even open the bag. 6 months. Stay away from that. And boom. That's the difference. the exact same loaf of bread. And if you want to try something, which is really cool, next time you have a loaf of bread with a couple pieces left, throw it in the back of your fridge. Go back a year later, it won't have mold in it. If you have a food freshness card in, I've done it just for fun. It's crazy. I have in my fridge, I threw in some hamburger buns from the summer. They're still good. And you know, why? Because the food freshness card's amazing. And you can see it here. We actually stopped the test because we have to pay for it. And the guy said, no one's going to believe 6 months. So you're kind of wasting your money now. We're like, you're right, you're right, you're right. 6 months is enough. All right. But that bread is still good. One of our doctors way back, Dr. Cadiz, this goes back like almost 8 years ago at Life University. She went away for a seminar in the Bahamas, came home like a month and a half later, and she brought the bread in to show us that the bread was like fresh and perfect after her being away like 2 months. And she goes, that's just amazing. Anyways, where are we next, Arch?
I got to show the berries. We got to show it on the berries.
Yeah, raspberries are expensive. Okay. And so are blackberries. And so are strawberries. You know what? Everything.
All
Blueberries are expensive. All right. So, and just hit play. And
you'll see the mold coming right now.
And the strawberries are bad. And I would eat every one on the left after 20 days. How often do you have berries in your fridge that go? Well, with the food freshness card, you can throw away, you can keep everything and eat the ones on the left. I'm not eating anything on the right. Maybe the blueberries. Blueberries look like they can still last. But all your other berries are shot. All right. What do we have next?
We wanted to reiterate the almost 2 million tons of food waste.
We want to reiterate it because it's really pretty cool. You know, there's people, like, everybody's concerned about a carbon footprint and saving. You know how much energy it takes to make a pound of food? All right. It takes water. It takes energy. You know how much energy it takes to make 1.9 million tons of food? The energy, the water that it takes. And if all of that food goes to waste, it's no different than like idling your car for like 96 years. Like, it's a waste of energy and a waste of resources. So any way you can help save like food, that's a good thing. So help us save the planet, save the food, make sure your friends have one. Anybody should have a food freshness card in the fridge without a doubt. Next, what do you got?
And the card can be used in the fridge or outside the fridge. It does not have to be in the fridge.
If you have like the fruit bowl, under there. If you have a bread box where you keep bread, under there. If you have a pantry with food, there. Any place, it works phenomenal. So saving food is really a good thing.
So now we got a special promotion.
We do.
We do.
We do. Buy one, get one. No coupon needed. Food freshness card. These make great gifts for everybody. If you have kids, give them to your kids. You know, you have friends you like, give them to them. But buy a food card, get a free one. It's, you know, we're happy to do it. You know, the more that gets out there, the more quicker we can get to 2 million tons. And that's our goal.
Close. We are close.
All right. I got to tell you, yesterday I ate something. I have a charity, Homeschool Helpers. We help kids. We teach them sports. And we got a grant from the local. So we were at a food place for lunch, and they gave us a grant, which was really nice. And I ate some food, and something really didn't agree with me. When I went home, I just laid down for a minute, and I put the food freshness card on my belly. 20 minutes later, I felt great again. If you have an upset stomach, I got to tell you, just stick the food freshness card on it. You might be amazed. All right. It has other uses, but again, if you ever have an upset stomach, just stick it on your stomach, lay down for like 15 minutes, watch what happens. Your stomach has got billions of gut bacteria in it. And what the food freshness card does to bacteria makes it good bacteria out of bad bacteria, which is really kind of why it inhibits mold and bacteria growth. but it does something in my stomach that really works. And we've had people tell us that they've done the same thing. It works. So you can grab it, take it. I literally took it out of my bread basket. It's not a basket, it's a corner of a cupboard in one of our cupboards as we keep our bread. And I just grabbed it out of there, watched TV for a little bit, chilled out, put it on my stomach, and life is good. So anyways, that is the food freshness card. We love it. We want everyone to have it. Share it with your